5 critical minutes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this 5 critical minutes episode number 3. We are going to be talking today about Hirogami versus AMP. Um, Gianni, what was the first impression when you played to Hirogami? I'm going to maybe change the question. What the name tells you?
What the name tells me. Okay, as I mentioned in the previous episode, I didn't know the games for today's session, so of course it reminds me of origami, but I don't really know I don't know Japanese, so I'm not sure if it's even a Japanese word. This would be nice to find out.
I,
Do you know what it means? So do you
no,
know it
no,
already? Okay,
I got the
okay.
same impression.
I thought you're testing me.
No. I thought it was a mixture between hero and origami.
The
Uh,
English hero, right?
yes, but maybe they just wrote it
It
in a
makes
way
sense.
that is phonetically sound like that, you know. But it's well,
It
it took
makes
my
sense.
time. I mean, I have to think 2 times like where this name come from. It's a hero plus origami. It was
Yeah.
well, I don't know.
But yeah, I was impressed, and I have to mention that I'm not sure if this is considered as an indie developer because of the name of the studios, and especially because there are two studios mentioned: one Singapore, one Malaysia, and but it was in the list for the SG60, so we might take it for this round. And I liked it. First impression, nice. And as I said, this is the demo. I mean, for me, it looks well polished enough as a demo. I think I played till the first big boss, and of course, we have to say, like, you play as your hero is yeah, like what do you call it, like paper folded character, and you're taking different shapes, and the best shape, of course, is to be just a flat sheet of paper and go with the wind. This was nice.
I like that one. That's just one of the things that impressed me is the whole thing becomes paper, and then
Yeah.
from the paper becomes something else. And I saw, wow, that transformation is so nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. The game is polished, but there is something that is a little bit rare. They have a lot of these pinky cubes there that they do follow a completely different aesthetic than the rest of the game. And that took me off a little bit. And also the introduction, I mean, it's like you start there, it's like you are supposed me to know what I have to do or something like that.
The introduction was short this time.
Yeah, no,
Compared to Isekai, it was just a few dialogues and that's it. I agree. I mean, the effects on those cubes, honestly, I thought at first they are just like they can harm you, but in the end, I just hit them and that's it. And the red ones that we see right now in the background, of course, red is like danger. I still touch them. And then I realized, okay, we shouldn't touch them. So I have to mention, I played this on the Rock Ally, because previously I was playing the things on a Windows laptop. So I started now to change my my hardware, and with a gamepad, like as a gamepad, and it was fun. The camera perspective, it works, but it's interesting if you play it like and use the right stick. I'm not sure. Could you play it with a keyboard or you played with a controller?
I did use the controller and the right stick moved the camera a little bit, but not
Yes,
enough.
a little bit. A
Little
little
bit.
bit, yes. Yeah, this was the interesting bit, how they decided like you are allowed to use it so much, but not too much. But it rotates back again. So so you can get a bit more of the view, but yeah, it's still limiting you. But because I was thinking like, why do they even do this? So this is maybe a question for later. So but the first look and feel was nice.
I agree. I felt a little bit lost because what was one of the moments that you have to kill the cubes. I remember to appear something, and it was like, why should I know this? And you know, because you don't have to destroy all the cubes before.
Yep.
It lost me a bit. It lost me a bit. But overall, I mean, yeah, the presentation was good, and don't know. I don't have many things to criticize. It was news, but I
Yeah,
think
you
it looks
don't have to
both.
criticize. You can say also the good things.
No. I'm think it is a little bit above indie games quality, although
Yeah.
nowadays you use Unreal and you may have some kind of assets that you modify and not so hard to reach nice visuals. But it is not something that has been done by just one guy. It has to be someone who is programming and at least graphics guy and
If it was
some.
one guy, then respect. But as I said, like we saw developers, there are two companies, one Singapore, one Malaysia. So I believe there's more behind it.
Yeah.
I have to say about the visuals, like I mean the I don't want to say the world looks flat, but the world looks plain, and then you have those shaking shaders, shaking boxes, and so on. So in a way, you know, you have to interact with them. I had a bit, yeah, this is what just happened. This was nice on the video. I had exactly this issue
Yeah.
somehow because it feels like there is like a bit of a double jump, but maybe you have to develop it more. I'm not sure, or you can just extend it by a bit. Yeah, I sometimes I fell also down, and it didn't feel like, yeah, it was the perception of the 3D was sometimes a bit off, but this is something it's hard to do. It's maybe the camera.
There
Uh,
is the
yeah,
moment when you are jumping, you don't, you do not
see your
perceive the
shadow.
distance.
Okay,
So I think
let's
it's
see
one of
that.
the moments that you have to jump instead of from you to the background, it's from the background towards you, and it felt so awkward. It feels like
Mm.
there's something wrong, and sometimes you have to jump on zigzag, and it was like the shadow is maybe the angle of the light or something. It does not perceive the distance very well.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
This was the thing. I didn't know how to explain it better. And there's, I think it's like checkpoints, and then where you have to hold the button for a bit longer. As I said, on the Rock Ally with a 7-inch screen, it was for me. It was a bit too small to really see what I have to press, and that I have to keep it longer because it's just a very thin line filling out the area. I don't know if this is a checkpoint. Yeah, I didn't see it right now in the video, but this was yeah, one of the small things. But otherwise, it was nice. And you, after defeating the boss, now the boss gonna come, and after defeating the boss, you get like the way you can transform into this form and get his power, his ability in becoming like this. I'm gonna call it whirlwind, whatever, like a wheel or something, and can. So it was
Armadillo.
nice. It was
This
nice.
is like
It was refreshing. It was
yes,
refreshing,
agree.
and it was fun. Here, the camera is for me like way too zoomed out for myself, like for this kind of game. But of course, you get an overview, so it has a purpose. As I
I
said, like 7-inch display is
Yeah,
different.
yeah, agree. But I like it. I like it, the idea that you make it these guys, and well, after you defeat this guy, you get
Yeah,
the ability to transform
yeah.
into
The progression there.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah,
the good
yeah.
thing. And
But
who knows what comes out, what like what other forms you're gonna get. And
mm,
this makes it really interesting. I want to explore further.
yeah,
This is what I like.
yeah,
So
agree
my
on that.
first five
Yeah,
minutes was like, wow, nice
yeah.
game.
It has yeah, it has a hook there because
Yeah,
you go defeat this guy that is early, so the demo was very well presented in the sense that you know you're gonna have to kill all these the pinky cubes. You know that you're gonna have this guy. You know that hey, you're gonna be transformed into something else. That you can have this kind of mechanic in which you just become a paper and then you can go and lift up and so yes, it was interesting. The mechanic is well thought
yeah. And one
and
more thing, my first thought after seeing the game is I have to show it to my wife. So I'm not sure, maybe because we cannot talk about this part of the audience, so maybe it's even like very appealing to women as well.
oh really?
You know, yeah, I cannot talk further, but the thing is, like, it feels like I have to show it to my wife, and maybe it's gonna be a game for her
Okay,
as well.
okay,
Yeah, I'm just trying. Yeah, this is I'm not sure. I cannot decide.
okay. So let's go for the second game. I don't know how to pronounce A and P
AMP.
or AMP.
I think it's AMP because otherwise it would be all capital letters.
Huh? AMP.
That's why I would say AMP. Yeah, this is. I would say for me. without knowing the background, for me, it's a nice first game. This is how I feel about it. So, I mean, I'm going to say, release my first Steam game, and I had similar issues, like that the scope is too big. And I believe that this game, as an indie developer, it's a very nice choice for a first game to put it on Steam. It works a lot with the forms, with basic forms, and yeah, this is your gameplay, I believe, because my gameplay was a bit different. So um, it was nice, simple, but the 3D perception is a bit questionable. It's not easy. I mean, you have the crosshair, how to shoot. Did you realize, like, to switch the guns? Did you do this? Did you switch the guns or not? Okay.
I did.
Okay, so but I still don't know which gun to use for what purpose. I have to mention.
Same here.
This I didn't. Maybe you needed a tutorial, like press like A. I'm just saying A. Press button one for this gun. Press button two for this gun, and this is for these kind of enemies, and this is for this kind of enemies. I didn't know. I just press shoot, change, shoot, and yeah, this is like when we discussed about my game about the auto shoot. Here, somehow, I would like to have some auto shoot, because pressing the button 20,000 times, it didn't make sense to me.
In fact, here I think it was the opposite. I think here they reverse the mechanic. You don't shoot, you
You aim.
target, and then you release the button, and then you start shooting there. So I think the shoot
Was it
is
charging? Was it charging?
uh,
Because usually when you release, it's like you keep it you hold the button, you charge, and then when you release, it's a power shot.
so maybe
This
something
is
like
how it
that. But
usually is.
I think the game failed to explain this mechanic well. And also, for example, in this moment of the video, it
What were you
completely,
doing?
yeah,
I have no idea what to do. I
yeah,
died.
yeah, completely lost. And also, there is a data buffering problem. Like the shooting thing is here, but it sees behind the whatever that one is. I don't know how to call it. And don't know. So it's what you say. First in the game, it's okay.
Yep.
It's
This is what I say. Like, as a choice for a first game, it's nice working with basic forms. Keep it in a way simple. Of course, very colorful.
too
Yeah,
colorful. Yeah.
yeah, maybe too colorful, but yeah, I
I
don't know
think it's
exactly
using
what the who the audience is. I'm not sure about this.
my feeling. It is using what we call it EGA colors, EGA, one of the
Mhm.
first graphic cards colors they were using. That they have this kind of bluish purple colors. So you were very limited in colors, like four colors, and but some of those colors are not 100% EGA, but I think it's going in that way. And also, all these kind of, let's call them asteroids, they are there, but they never hit you, so they are moving there.
Yes,
I feel like
and
you have to
because
go
the
away.
colors, because they're glowing. If they're glowing, that means
Indeed,
like my attention goes to there,
yeah.
and I don't know what to do with it. I thought, like, this
And
gonna
also
hit
you
me now
have
or
to keep
something.
you have to keep moving, but no, the whole thing keeps moving for you. Or something. Nothing else. I think it reminds me a lot of this kind of arcade machines. You know,
It is.
the flight was already controlled, and it keeps moving. You only have to see what you have to shoot, and do not got that feeling there.
Yeah, but what was the purpose? Like when you play it, like the thing is like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just shooting, 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 and yeah, it for me this would be like a two-player game, maybe if you have like a second one, and then who shoots more, to have like a bit of a competition. Like, I got like 1,000 points and you got 900 points. Then it would have like one more purpose. But for this, I'm not sure if I could play it for long. I
No,
mean, I don't think so. The
uh,
5 minutes, it for me is like, in a way, enough to get a taste, and it is like, okay, there is a base for this, for such a game, but you need here a story. You need something, and yeah,
you need to
it
develop
didn't give me
further.
the feeling. Yeah, it didn't give me
Yes,
the feeling
yes.
like to be complete. But as I said, like, as a first game, yeah, I'm thinking it's a first game, so I believe this is a very good choice. Yeah, this is like my first impression.
Mm, I won last 5 minutes in this game. I will give up earlier. As soon as I start
Mm.
shooting and I see there is no click there. But it's a first indie game. Everyone has a first indie game, so it's okay.
Yeah.
So let's
Okay.
decide
Yeah,
which
I
one you
believe
will go with.
I believe for this one I have to go with Hirogami.
Hirogami.
And
Yes,
yeah, Hirogami.
agree.
Yeah.
That was again no very hard decision here.
Mhm. Yeah, but I have to say that this match was really, I'm going to call it unbalanced. Okay, we were somehow lucky. The previous two matches were somehow, I don't want to say on the same level, but it's like equal enough to be allowed to play against each other.
Mm.
So here it was a bit like the level was a bit, yeah, it was way too apart.
But I was thinking maybe it's a simple game, but it's the the mechanics are good. It has a hook. Maybe it has some fun. Maybe but you never know.
It didn't pass me the feeling of the fun. It was more like curious. What will it give to me? Like which part will I like more and so on. But I didn't. It didn't hook me at the end for Amp. For Hirogami, I still have a few question marks, but the question marks, like it feels like the more I progress, like when I said like it was not for me visually clear that I have to hold the button for a bit longer, but after do it one or two times, and then it's easy. Then I don't even need to read the button anymore or see the line. I know what to do. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
So this is round three, huh? This was, I mean, round three, game three, match three, I would call it. Five more to go. Five more matches.
yeah, let's see next one.
Yeah.
See you
Guys,
guys.
thank you for watching. See you next week. Huh? Bye bye. Peace out.